Can anything stop these roots from holding the ground? Today the machines answer that question with steel and power. Welcome to X Machines. Forestry demands power, and the West Tech R900 delivers 9 tons of clamping force, jaws opening up to 900 mm, and a rugged build weighing nearly a ton. It doesn't just pull stumps, it redefines land clearing at industrial scale. In the silence of snow, the grapple roars alive. Hydraulic power channels through steel jaws, splitting logs buried in roots. Mounted on the Link-Belt Quantum 1600, the Denny CMAF DAH080C turns compact size into sheer efficiency. With 80 cm cutting width and high-speed carbide teeth spinning at 2,000 RPM, grass, brush, and saplings fall in seconds. The Bobcat E42 may be a compact excavator, but with 42 HP and over 9,000 lbs of digging force, it rips stubborn stumps straight out of the ground. Precision meets raw hydraulic muscle. Small size, big fight. The JCB4CX turns stump removal into domination. 100 HP of raw power, 6,000 kgf breakout force, and a hydraulic arm built to rip decades-old roots from the earth. No stump survives this encounter. In Sherwood Park, the stump stands firm, but the grinder answers with 85 HP, 1,200 RPM, and carbide teeth that shred hardwood like paper. Nature's toughest challenge meets unstoppable engineering. The green telehandler locks in, 120 HP engine, and a massive auger drilling down over 2 meters. Roots twist and crack as the steel spiral tears through decades of growth. This is brute force precision, a balance of raw torque and engineering finesse. Roots have no escape. The CBI Magnum Force 6400 CT fires up, 200 HP driving a forged steel rotor spinning at brutal speed. Whole logs vanish in seconds, shredded into uniform mulch. It's not just power, it's industrial precision designed for non-stop forestry work. The excavator rips into the stump, raw force in action. With over 20 tons of breakout force and hydraulic pressure reaching 3,000 psi, each strike drives steel deep into roots that have resisted for decades. This is not just stump removal, it's industrial dominance unleashed. No diesel, no hydraulics, just raw leverage and human grit. With a high lift jack generating nearly 5,000 lbs of lifting force, every crank tightens the chain, tension builds, and finally, the root gives way. The Cat D73T is a war-era legend. 200 HP of diesel muscle, nearly 20 tons of iron crawling forward on steel tracks. When its blade meets the trunk, the ground shudders as if history itself is moving. Roots snap, soil erupts, and the tree finally topples under unstoppable force. This is not just forestry, it's raw power, a bulldozer rewriting the landscape in seconds. Step by step, this stump removal shows the perfect balance between skill, patience, and raw machine power. First, the chainsaw cuts the tree down to size, then manual digging and root chopping reveal the stubborn core. But the real finale comes when the Bobcat takes over, strapping in, revving up, and ripping the stump clean out of the ground. A battle between man and nature, won by persistence and horsepower. The Albach Diamant. 2000 isn't just a chipper, it's a mobile powerhouse. With a 768 HP engine driving a drum that devours whole logs up to 90 cm thick, it turns solid hardwood into uniform chips in seconds. The Bobcat E85 lifts massive root balls with ease, steel arm steady, hydraulic power flawless, delivering each stump straight into the truck bed. The CR5 semi-air roller crushes everything in its path. steel weight grinding brush and weeds into dust. With a 3-meter working width, a 1.3-meter drum, and over 6 tons of crushing force, it turns dense vegetation into flat, cleared ground in seconds. When the blade hits the earth, it's like watching a thunderstorm in steel, powered by over 250 horsepower hydraulics, spinning a 2.5-meter disc at 400 revolutions per minute. Stone, soil, even reinforced concrete crumble under its edge. No need for fixed plants. The Schepser brings industrial debarking directly to the forest floor. With its agile chassis and precision rollers, it meets raw trunks head-on. The excavator swings in. Westtech C350 grips the trunk tight, its shear blade opening 700 millimeters with crushing pressure. Hydraulics roar at 280 bar, tearing through hardwood up to 350 meters in seconds. The Vermeer TG400A roars to life. 400 HP diesel engine drives the hammer mill, turning whole stumps and debris into mulch within seconds. With a 10-foot tub and rugged rotor design, nothing escapes its grinding fury. The MTZ-50 tractor, packing 55 HP and raw Soviet torque, drives the cone splitter straight into hardwood logs. Each twist drills deeper, fibers crack, and massive rounds split clean in seconds. Nothing tests a machine like a full root ball. but this beast handles it flawlessly. Hydraulic arms bite deep, lifting soil, roots, and timber together in one unstoppable motion. That moment when the saw bites into the spruce, the whole hillside holds its breath. With a 6.5 HP engine driving 9,000 RPM, precision cut, raw force, and gravity waiting to take over. Precision and brute force together make legends. The Maxim chipper tears through hardwood like it's paper. A 15 HP powerhouse with rotor speed at 2100 RPM, feeding branches up to 7 inches with zero hesitation. The PTO 8N roars as the tractor shaft spins at 540 RPM, feeding raw torque straight into the blade. With over 40 HP driving its teeth, logs snap clean in one decisive motion. The log resists for, then the woodcracker L920 crushes it apart. With 22 tons of splitting force and a working pressure of 280 bar, no mercy given. Precision meets raw violence. Every pass of the HBS2 is a storm. 2 tons of steel holding steady, a 7.5 to 11 kilowatt motor driving a 3,960 millimeter band, cutting up to 600 millimeters wide at 30 meters per minute. Raw logs in, flawless boards out. The TS370 moves like an iron arm, hydraulic boom reaching 3.7 meters, powered by 55 to 70 horsepower from the tractor's power takeoff. It slices through hedges up to 3 centimeters thick with clean precision, turning wild growth into sharp lines. Appreciate you riding along with us. Share your take in the comments, and if this hit the mark, smash that like button and subscribe. Until next time, keep exploring and stay unstoppable.